There we go. We got that working. I need to set this to that. Make sure this is set up properly as well. Okay, everything is set up right. Going into my streaming channel on Discord. Okay, so today we're going to be playing an old game from 1990 called King's Quest V. And this is an old point-and-click adventure game by Sierra Games. And this is back in the DOS days, and so I'm having to run this on DOSBox. However, it is not a freeware or shareware anymore, because Sierra has kind of, sort of made a little bit of a comeback. They've kind of went back and bought the right or rebought the rights to a lot of their older shareware games, because I guess just like pretty much everybody else, they've realized that there's a lot of nostalgia gamers out there, so they can make some kind of money off of this. So we're gonna start off. I'm gonna let you guys watch the opening little cartoon, as they call it, the opening cinematic, and we'll dive right into this game. So I'm gonna hush now.
My castle? What has happened?
Ooh, I can tell you what happened.
What?
Ooh, I know what happened to your castle. I saw it all. Yes, I did.
You did? Well then, what happened?
Ooh, it was the powerful and evil wizard Mordak who did it. Ooh, I just happened to be visiting with an old friend when I saw him materialize out of thin air. Thank goodness he didn't notice me.
Don't stop now, go on.
He conjured up a terrible whirlwind that swirled faster and faster around the castle. With another incantation, Mordak then caused the wind to draw the castle up into the sky and out of sight. Ooh, it was something to see, all right.
Why? Why would this wizard, Mordak, want my castle? What could he have against me and my family?
That I don't know. Ooh, I only know that it was Mordak who took your castle and your family. Well, perhaps I can help you. My employer also happens to be a wizard, which is why I recognized Mordak. Ooh, unlike Mordak, though, my employer is a very good wizard. His name is Crispin Arthur. but we all call him Crispin for short. The only problem is, you see... Woo-hoo-hoo! Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. The only problem is that Crispin is getting on in years and tends to be a bit forgetful.
I don't know. This doesn't sound as if it would work.
Oh, sure it would. Crispin is a very qualified wizard, one of the best. He just gets a little forgetful now and again, that's all. Now, where is it? Oh, I know I brought it with me. Aha! Here it is.
What is that?
Well, it is my opinion that you don't stand a chance against the likes of Mordak. Oh, excuse me for saying, Your Majesty, but you don't have a choice. You must come with me. I'm sure Crispin can help you.
What is that stuff?
Oh, just some old leftover fairy dust I've been carrying around. Oh, it'll help you to fly. You can follow me to the land of Serenia, where Crispin and I live. It's much too far to walk, you know. Oh, I think the fairy dust is still good. Come on, up here! Follow me! There it is! Down here! Come on!
Okay, here I come.
Ooh, looks like the fairy dust just wore off.
Cedric? Where have you been? I've been calling for you. Well, well, what have we here? A bit clumsy, are you? Well, come on in the house and dry off. No sense sitting around like a wet dog. Cedric, go into the house and pour each of us a nice hot cup of tea.
Ooh, aye aye, Crispin.
The Society of Wizards has always taken a dim view of Mordak and his abuse of his power. Why, he's even been put on suspension a few times. It never seems to do any good, though.
Crispin, why would Mordak want to take my family or castle? What did we ever do to him?
I'm afraid I don't know the answer to that. Mordak is a very unpredictable wizard. I've never understood that evil mind of his.
Ooh, I thought perhaps you could help His Majesty, Crispin. That's why I brought him here.
Well, let me see now. I used to be a very powerful wizard at one time, you know. But I've gotten a little rusty lately.
A little rusty.
That's quite enough from you, Cedric.
Oh, yes, sir, Crispin, sir.
I don't know what I have that would be of much use to you. Most of my wizard stuff is pretty old and worn out. But let's see what I can find. That won't do. That's all used up. It might work. Here, eat this.
What is that?
That's an old piece of magical white snake I had left over from last year. With it, you'll be able to communicate with the natural and animal world. You could find that quite helpful. Here's my old wand. I don't even know if it works anymore. Most of its power may be gone. You should know that wands are like pets. They've got to get to know you before they'll work for you. Just treat it with care and respect, and hopefully it will do something for you. You'd better get going, my boy. No telling what that confounded Morlock could be up to. You go with him, Cedric. Show him the way.
Oh,
Yes, you. Don't be such a coward. Now go on. You'd better get started.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate all you've done for me.
I suggest we visit the town first. How about it, Your Majesty?
Please don't call me Your Majesty, Cedric. It's much too formal. I'd like it if you'd just call me Graham.
Oh, I'd be delighted to, Graham. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, yes, the town. You might be able to find some supplies there. It's just over a little hill to the south, not too far.
Well then, let's be on our way, Cedric.
Alright, so after about 13 minutes of cinematic, we're actually going to finally get to play. And now, this is going way back to the DOS games where it's just like any point-and-click adventure game after you get away from all that typing what you need to do. They added the user interface, which included a few icons that you use for interaction around the world. You have move, look, touch or use, speak, and then of course you have your inventory. I can move, use, select, or ask a question about an item. Apparently there's no... Oh,
This allows you to select an item.
See, yeah. Okay, so like I can select the wand right now, and if I could use it on different items around the world if I needed to. So before I get into playing this game, just in case you guys want to play this and you want to play it legitimately and you don't want to go about downloading it from somewhere that's not safe, where I downloaded this from and where I purchased it from was GOG Galaxy. You can find them at GOG.com. They have a quite a large library of these old Sierra games. And like I said at the beginning of the stream, Sierra kind of I guess bought back a lot of their old licenses. So you're not going to see any of these games in freeware and shareware anymore like you used to. So let's get down to it. As the story said, we have to save our kingdom and everybody in the castle. And we're in a far-off land, and we've got to deal with that wizard. This... No. Okay. So, this game will punish you. Yeah, it's not sponsored. Not sponsored by GOG at all. But they're awesome. Okay, so, anyways, getting back into gameplay. This game is very punishing. If you do something stupid, you can die. It's kind of comical, but when you're a little kid, it can be a little intense and frightening. Every once in a while, I'll probably save just to show you some random deaths throughout the game. Depending on my viewers, I'll do that more often than not. Like right now, I'm gonna save it, and start. We'll name it start. I'm pretty sure you can fall into this well. Oh, hold on. Yeah, you definitely, you want to set that up.
Curious, Graham gazes down into Crispin's well, but sees nothing of interest.
Okay.
Ooh, don't bother with the cellar door. There's nothing there. Besides, it's locked.
Okay. Okay, so I can walk through. Okay, so I guess there's no death in this opening scene. I guess. Thought there was. Oh yeah. So see here. I love that ominous music is so awesome. Okay, so like right here, it says enter at your own risk. Clearly the game is giving you a very clear warning. Don't go here yet. But just to show you, I'm gonna go ahead.
Ooh, no. Ooh, I'm not going in there. Can't you read the sign?
Come on, Cedric. There might be something important in here.
Go if you want to. I'll wait here.
Okay, so yeah. Now you're in here. I already know what's gonna happen because I've done this before, but I'm just gonna go exploring these woods. I'm not prepared at all for this. Yep.
That old witch caught Graham totally off guard.
Okay, so we're gonna restore at the start. So yeah, I'll be doing that every once in a while. Like if I know there's a situation where I can die, I'll save it and show you guys what the death is. And there's little funny little quotes there that he says sometimes.
Graham, watch out! A poisonous snake!
Okay, whoa. How did we end up here? That's not where I wanted to be. Okay, so clearly we're not going to do that again. I think there's...
The old log doesn't look interesting enough to...
Okay, I thought you could move the log.
An old hollow log lies in a small clearing before the gloomy forest.
Okay, so there's nothing there. We'll go this way. Oh, jeez. Yep. Haha, get it? Weeping Willow. I'm gonna go talk to her.
Miss Willow?
Yes?
You can talk?
Why, of course I can. What did you expect?
Well, I've never seen a talking tree before. What's wrong?
Everything's wrong, can't you tell? I'm not really a tree. I'm really a princess. You see, my fiancé and I were walking through this wood when a nasty old witch came along and was instantly charmed by my handsome prince. When he naturally refused her advances, she jealously banished him to a faraway land and turned me into a tree. Then she stole my heart.
Stole your heart?
Yes, she turned my heart to gold and took it away with her. The only way I can become human again is to have my heart brought back. Now, all I have to cheer me up is my harp. It's quite magical, you know. It plays the sweetest music you've ever heard. Now please, leave me alone in my sorrow.
Okay, so all of that's important, and I was half paying attention to it, so I'm probably gonna skip it. Okay, so...
Ooh, keep your eye on the gypsies, Graham. I don't trust them.
Within the gypsy encampment, Graham notices a tall, burly man who keeps a suspicious eye on him and Cedric. The sullen man doesn't appear to be the conversational sort.
Hello there.
Hello.
How are you today?
I am good. I am playing King's Quest.
This is a shadow, by the way.
I figured you didn't sound like Siri.
Ah.
And he's usually the only other one who jumps in here that I know.
Well, I'm off today, so.
Okay. Yeah, I'm streaming King's Quest 5 on YouTube right now. Oh God, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
Ooh, is that a new dance, Graham? The Boogaloo?
I think I'm gonna die. No. Okay, I'm not gonna die. I had ants in Graham had ants in his pants.
Hold on, be right back.
Yeah. Okay. I have the gnomes. I'm pretty sure I can't do anything with them yet. Oh, here is the inn.
A large haystack. Carefully, Graham searches through the haystack, but doesn't see anything of importance.
Yeah, you can't find the needle in the haystack. Yet.
Ooh, I'll wait for you out here. I don't like that place.
Okay, I know you can die here. So, let's save it here. And we're gonna change the name to...
Gentlemen, please excuse me. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Diana's full, ain't got no more rooms.
Hey boss, this guy looks like a real troublemaker. What do you want me to do with him?
Rub 'em out.
Struggle as he might, Graham could not escape his bonds. Don't worry, Graham. The innkeeper will soon put you out of your misery.
Now, if you have a certain item at that point, you can actually escape. But we're not going to deal with that yet, anyways. We're just going to keep progressing over this way. There's the bakery. Pretty sure we can't do anything there yet.
If you're going into town, I'll just wait for you here. I had a nasty run-in with a big dog once, and I feel much safer out here.
Okay.
Graham notices an old wooden barrel on the street corner. Inside the barrel, Graham sees an old rotting fish. Graham leans way down into the barrel and removes,
Oh, goddamn.
the smelly old fish.
May I help you, sir?
It's kind of loud coming through my headset.
Come on in, look around. Let me know if you're interested in anything.
The shipment of carving wood hasn't come in yet. What should we do?
If it's not in by tomorrow, I'll send you to the sawmill.
Okay, Papa?
Grandpapa,
Yeah, my darling?
can I keep this doll? I really like her.
Now, Katrina, you know these toys are for sale for other kinder. Besides, you've got plenty of dolls. You can play with her, but just be careful.
All right, Grandpapa, I'll take care of her.
This is a fine little toy shop you have here. You must be very proud.
Danke, son. I've worked very hard at it over the years. But you know, you need to really love it. And I do.
Are most of these toys your creations?
Yeah, most of them. But not all. Some my son made, some I bought, some I traded for.
You're very talented.
Danke, danke. Well, let me know if I can help you. That's a fine sled, isn't it? Any child would love to have it.
Yes, I was just admiring the workmanship.
Danke. If you'd like to buy it, let me know.
The little sled has captured Graham's interest. Not wanting to bother the toy maker again, Graham instead looks around the toy shop.
Take a look around if you want, but we don't have any shoes to sell you right now. We sold our last finished pair yesterday. Our business ain't doing so good anymore, and we're getting too old to keep trying.
Is there anything I can do to help?
There ain't nothing you can do, short of buying us out. But like I said, if you want to look around, feel free.
Okay, thanks.
Business doesn't seem to be so good for the shoemaker and his wife. There isn't even one pair of shoes for sale, and the old couple look tired and worn out. The old shoemaker wearily hammers tiny nails in his shoe sole. He doesn't even seem to notice Graham.
You don't have any shoes for sale, huh?
That's right. No shoes at all. We're making a pair right now, but it'll take a while. We're not as fast as we used to be.
3000.
Oh, that's okay. My own boots should carry me through the rest of my journey.
No, the old one.
Sorry, son. We're doing the best we can.
They have random episodes of the original series. The new one's okay. Just they try to force the humor and it doesn't really pay off too well.
Graham notices a shiny silver coin. Bending down, Graham quickly retrieves the silver coin from the street.
That's an item you gotta pick up. Okay, I think the silver coin is enough to buy a pie.
Ooh, I'll wait for you here, Graham.
This little owl is annoying. He'll wait for me everywhere.
And how is your poor dear mother doing, William?
Oh, she hasn't been doing...
Austin, keep your fingers out of that pie.
Yes, they were just made for...
Yes, this will be a fine dessert for our dinner tonight. Let's go home, Austin.
Should even give him a chance to speak. Now, is it just me, or does this dude look like he's wearing a dress? It looks like he's wearing a dress to me.
Here's the last of the pies. Welcome to our bakehouse, traveler. Of course, all of our wares are wonderful, but today we've got a special on custard pies. Just 1 silver coin each, but take your time. Let me know when you're ready. Sir, I would like to purchase one of your custard pies. These pies cost 1 silver coin each. I've got it right here. Here you go. I hope you enjoy your custard pie. Oh, I'm sure I will.
Watch out for the bear, Graham!
Clearly I can die on this screen. There's a bear. There's a bear. The bears. So, usually you want to give them the fish. This is what happens when you touch
Graham should be very careful around a big old bear.
Okay, you can't touch the bear. This is what happens when you walk toward the bear.
Here's not a bear with man bear pig.
It looks like a guy in a furry suit is what
Tisk,
it looks
tisk.
like.
Graham should know better than to feed the bears.
Like they came up with furries back in 1990 in this game. That's what happened.
Beautiful.
Okay, so actually what we want to do is use the fish. And the bear goes up.
I am Queen Beatrice, kind sir. I wish to thank you ever so much for saving our hive from the claws of that horrible bear. In return, I offer you a luscious honeycomb from our hive. Please feel free to retrieve one. I promise my bees won't harm you. It may come in handy on your travels.
Now we can get 2 items here. We can get a honeycomb and there's a stick.
Graham reaches a hand into the beehive and retrieves a very sticky chunk of honeycomb. Wrapping it in a protective piece of cloth, he then pockets it. Graham bends down and picks up the large stick from the ground.
Alright. We got some honeycomb and we got some stick. Great honeycomb custard pie. Not quite sure I remember what to do. I believe I can walk into the river and die here. So let's just test that theory. So I'm just dying randomly. River.
No, Graham, don't!
Yeah.
Too bad. Graham's swimming skills were no match for the mighty river.
Too bad. Graham's swimming skills were no good for the mighty river. Something like that. I don't know. Corny. So corny. Oh, it's this guy.
Excuse me, young man. Sorry to bother you, but I couldn't help but notice you sitting there on that log. I was wondering if there was anything wrong.
Why, yes. As a matter of fact, there is. I've been searching everywhere for my fiancée. She's a beautiful princess with long golden tresses, fetching blue eyes, and smooth creamy skin. Have you seen her anywhere about?
No, sorry, I haven't seen anyone like that.
That's what I figured. No one has seen her. I bet that a witch who lives in the dark forest had something to do with her disappearance.
I'll keep an eye out for her. If I see her, I'll let her know you're looking for her.
I would appreciate that. Well, I guess I'd better get back to looking for her. I'm not ever going to find her just sitting around here. Thanks for your concern.
Oh, dude, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Graham feels the eyes of many creatures
What
upon
is your
him
guilty
as
pleasure
he follows
game?
a meandering path through the thick
Guilty
wood.
pleasure game? Like the game I like to play just whenever?
Yeah.
It's probably Overwatch. Overwatch is kind of like if I'm bored with everything else, that's the game I turn to.
Ah.
Actually, honestly, if I had like all of my old DOS games like this, like what I'm playing right now, from back then, I'd probably waste like hours and hours playing all of these over again.
Graham attempts to speak to the young gnome, but the boy seems to be very shy and doesn't answer.
Excuse me, sir. Oh, I'm terribly sorry to bother you. I was just noticing your son's marionette. It's very interesting. Where did you get it?
It's grandson, not son, and I made it for him. Why do you care?
I just wanted to comment on its artistry.
About what is the,
very well done.
the worst
I
game
don't
you've
suppose
ever
it could
played?
Be bought.
If it could, the price would be very steep. I reckon you couldn't afford it. Now, leave me and my grandson be.
The worst game I've ever played. That's tough because there's a lot of bad games out there. Obviously, because I'm gonna show my age a little bit here. It's gonna have to be either a Super Nintendo or a Nintendo game. I never played it until recently, and that's only because of the Angry Video Game Nerd. But I played I tried playing Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
That game?
Yeah.
Oh god.
I'm gonna have to say that's probably the worst game I've ever played. Like I understand the concept behind it, but it was god awful. Why give Dr. Jekyll a freaking attack with his cane if it doesn't do anything?
That's true.
Right now.
I haven't
Go
watched
find
his
someone
two
else to
latest
talk to.
videos, his Board James documentary and the Charlie's Angel one.
I don't like strangers trespassing in my home.
Okay. I don't think he wants anything from this.
I don't take charity, young man. I got everything I need.
Okay. I believe if
Itchy ear like crazy.
Please, don't bother me anymore. Let me weep in peace.
Or maybe if we go back to where he was now, something will be there. Nope, nothing's there. Yeah, it's been so long since I played this game. there's a snake. I can't do anything to the snake. Yet, I don't believe. I know there's something with that bird.
What a wonderful bluebird. It could almost make Graham happy again if it wasn't for his family. Graham could never catch the bluebird.
Okay, so it flies this way.
I apologize if you can hear me eating. I'm just really, really hungry today.
I can't hear anything.
He's deaf.
Shut up, Siri.
No.
Are you watching my stream?
No.
Well, then you should be. I'm playing a super old game right now. Like a 27.
Suddenly, frantic squeakings alert Graham to a mangy cat chasing
Actually,
a
how about
terrified
this? Like,
rat.
what is your favorite game of all time? Because I can tell you mine, like, right now, instantly.
For me, it's a toss-up because there's a lot of Zelda games that are really good, and Zelda's like my favorite series.
Alright.
I think I just screwed up. I do believe I just screwed up pretty hard.
Well, what are you playing on your stream?
King's Quest V.
Oh boy.
I'm almost positive I was supposed to save that mouse right there. And that's the only opportunity. So yeah, I just screwed up. Okay, hold on.
King's Quest, is that on SNES or Super NES?
No,
NES or Super NES, excuse me, goddamn.
This is older than the SNES. It's actually a DOS game. So I need to get this ready.
Suddenly,
save the mouse.
Oh, thank you, good sir. You saved my life.
Because mine, I would have to definitely say it's Mega Man X.
Maybe someday I'll be able to.
Mine's probably Earthbound.
Oh, I hear my children calling. Goodbye.
Oh damn, that's a good one.
I grew up with it, so it's sort of a big one for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like. For me, I don't know. It's a toss-up because I liked A Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past.
Link to the Past is really good. That's definitely really up there.
But I think I'm gonna have to say my favorite a game of all time would have to be Majora's Mask.
Ooh yeah.
This because it stepped away from the normal way of doing a Zelda game.
And it pretty much made how Zelda is supposed to be played for all the mainstream consoles now.
Yeah. So I saved the mouse.
And I don't know if anyone cares, but at the Game Awards they announced Bayonetta 3.
They announced Bayonetta 3, some more stuff for Final Fantasy 15. They showed the opening cutscene for Dissidia.
I know they also showed off the teaser trailer for a game from Software, which everyone is speculating that it's Bloodborne which I cannot wait, which I love Bloodborne. So I really hope it is Bloodborne 2.
The little girl seems only to care about the doll she is. The toy maker wouldn't find
they announced Soul
for
Calibur 6.
Papa, where did you
I'm
put
excited
those
for
new
that.
doll
I love
clothes
that
Mama
series.
made? Look in this. I'll do that.
Grandpapa,
Which made me happy.
can I keep this doll? I really like her. Alright, Grandpapa. I'll take care of her.
The little girl seems.
I think, yeah, didn't
The
like,
little girl is more interested in
I
your
knew
doll.
it was coming, so that's why I didn't watch the Game Awards, but I knew that Zelda won the, Game of the Year.
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
I was
Like,
happy for that.
It's you again,
Like,
is it?
That's
don't
the
have any
reason
food
why I
for
didn't
sale.
watch, because I knew it was going to happen. Like, there was no other competition.
Breath of the Wild was really good.
The weary old woman has no
It
interest
was,
in it.
but I'm not a fan of like, I used to be a really big fan of Nintendo. A lot of their business decisions now have made Nintendo a pretty stupid company. Like, they really don't know how to run their own company. Because I even told my friends, like, last night that Bayonetta 3 should not be on the Switch. That's not the market for it. A game like Bayonetta 3 should be on the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Like, the Switch is not the home for a game like that.
And yet it is.
Because Nintendo is desperate for third-party support. Like, they're really desperate for it.
I'm okay with it. Then again, I'm just extremely just. Oh, that's cool at this point.
Also, a lot of their
Don't worry
third-party
about-
games are kind of like, really. It's like, oh, we've had the 19th edition of Skyrim. Wow.
That is one thing that I'm kind of meh on.
Also, there's Doom now on the Switch, where it's like it still
Yeah,
plays better on
I'm
PS4 and
interested in it.
Xbox One. Like, I'm just saying, it plays better on those consoles because it can actually handle it.
A colony of large ants parade up and down.
And Dragon Ball
the huge ant
Xenoverse
hill,
2
built
can
amid
barely
some
run on
scrubby
the
bushes.
Switch because can barely run on the Switch
The
because
ants are too busy
it
to
suffers from
engage in
severe
conversation with
frame
Graham.
rate drops when you do a super attack. So,
What was that from again? What? I blanked out.
the game I'm talking about is Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2.
Oh, it's Xenoverse 2. Like, I was gonna get that on Steam anyway.
Madamushka.
Yeah, like, honestly, just play it on one of the consoles that can actually
That is
handle
not
it.
a
Like, the Switch can barely handle Xenoverse 2.
That is not a...
Also, there's no one really online on Xenoverse 2 anyways. I mean, on the Switch version. Because the game is, like, 2 years old. Like, I'm not gonna pay $50 for a game that's repackaged.
Salt water.
I know I'm not ready to enter there.
Okay, how many subscribers do you have, by the way? I'm just curious.
Me? Not many.
Yeah. Ah.
I don't do enough stuff.
Ah, I see.
Whenever I stream, I usually just stream for my friends.
I mean, I do. My streams are open to everybody, but like usually the only people who ever really watch are just friends. I don't know if this is gonna work.
That won't convince the snake to leave.
I actually, not now, but probably like later tonight, I'm gonna stream.
Graham gives the
South
wand a
Park
good
Fractured
shake,
Butthole.
but it only fizzles and dies.
Just call it what it really is, the fractured butthole.
That's what it is. Like, that's what I said. Like, it's the fractured butthole.
Yes.
Actually, it's kind of funny. The original name of the game was supposed to be South Park
The young prince is too...
Butthole in time or whatever.
Yeah, but they couldn't. They couldn't.
Yeah,
like,
they couldn't
they
do
were
it
like,
because obviously
young
the
man.
word butthole.
Sorry to bother you, but I
butthole's
couldn't help but notice
offensive.
you
You're
sitting there on that
offensive.
log.
And then
I
they
was
were just
wondering
like,
if there was
let's
anything
try to
wrong.
find a funny way to put.
Why, yes.
To find a
As
way to
matter
put
of fact,
butthole in
there
it.
is.
The fractured.
I've been searching everywhere for my fiancée. She's a beautiful princess with long golden tresses.
Leave it to them to try to find a way.
Have you seen her
around
anywhere about?
But no, like the but like
sorry,
the
I
fractured
haven't seen
butthole
anyone
is
like
actually
that.
really good. Like
That's
it even
what I
has
figured.
it even has the
I bet that old
what
witch
you call it,
who lives in the dark forest had something to do with her disappearance.
There was a episode in South
I'll
Park,
keep an eye out
like a
for her. If
transgender
I see her, I'll
episode.
let her know you're looking
I don't
for
know if
her.
anyone like knows the episode or not, but
I would appreciate that.
South Park. Thing about
Well,
South Park is that
I guess
whenever
I'd
they
better
make
get
fun of
back to
something,
looking
they
for
do
her.
it tastefully.
I'm not ever going
They
to
do it
find
in
her
a way
just
that doesn't
sitting
come off
around here.
as offensive.
Thanks for your concern.
And if you get if you get offended by South Park, then you're stupid as hell.
Well, yeah, they make fun of literally everything. It's kind of what they do.
Yeah, I mean they've been doing it since like they first aired.
So I'm doing this free trial thing of Destiny 2.
Oh, really?
I mean, I have the first game, and I wasn't really wowed by it, but then again, it was on PS4, and I hate shooters on consoles. And I was like, maybe Destiny 2 will wow me, since it's on PC. And lo and behold, I'm kind of liking it.
Well, it's made by, it's made by the same guys that made the Halo series, right?
And I hate Halo.
I think I screwed up again anyway.
A bully of a dog terrorizes the poor ants as he playfully digs at their large anthill.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm King Anthony the Great.
Stab!
I ask who you are?
I really like the fact that
Why,
this
certainly.
class has a
I'm King
stab
Graham
them
of
in the
Daventry,
face
and this
button.
is my friend Cedric. We're seeking a way to cross the Great Mountain
Also,
to the ocean
am I the
on
only
the
one
other
who's kind of
side.
excited for that upcoming Hideo Kojima game, Death Stranding?
Okay, since I'm a huge fan of MGS, and I really like Kojima as a result, the guy is a fucking madman.
Thank you very much, King Anthony.
Every
Cedric and
time
I
he comes out with
appreciate your kind
something,
offer. We
like
look
even if
forward
it's
to
just
meeting
like
you again.
a video of something online, I just get giddy.
Were you at all excited for, what do you think about, well, it's cancelled now, but Silent Hills?
I was never a fan of horror games, not because of being afraid of them. Like, I'm actually not, like, I'm not one for horror games because they bore me.
Graham watches with
Because aside
surprise
from
as
shock
the
appeal,
contingent
there's
of ants
nothing
marches
to
into
do.
the haystack and begins to swarm through it.
In my opinion.
Well, I mean, there's games like, there are like psychological horror games where like they don't rely necessarily on like shock value.
Like BioShock originally was something like that, and I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, like there also is a game. What was it? There's a game. It was on Xbox. It was on the original Xbox, and there's actually a new one coming out soon called Call of Cthulhu. It's a psychological horror game.
Ooh, I just got a
The new one is based off of the book.
I'm glad to see there was a way that we could be of help to you. Look here. We found the golden
I kind of want to see like a movie of that.
I got to present it to you. Perhaps you can find it useful.
Big old CGI squid.
Why, thank you, King Anthony.
Okay,
I'm honored.
the first thing,
Good luck in your travels, King
like
Graham.
already, like the first thing that I really like about this, about Destiny 2 is that unlike Destiny 1, shit gets explained. There's none of this bullshit, oh, you have to go online to our website and read everything. No, they actually tell you the shit and show you up front. If I wanted to read something for 5 hours, like, you play the game and then you unlock all of this shit. So it's just like, oh yeah, it's like tied to your account, and if you go onto the website, you'll be able to see all this lore and shit that you've unlocked, instead of us actually like showing you what it means in game, like we're supposed to, because you know it's a fucking video game. But seems like they really learned their lesson this time. I'm playing a video game. That's a novel concept, ain't it? Fucking Bungie. Also, I don't have my superpowers, and I've gone to futuristic dead Europe to, what I believe is getting my superpowers back. And now I have found the Not Covenant again. They are blue this time instead of red, for some weird reason. Because in Destiny 1, the Not Covenant were red. I call them Not Covenant because they were... If you looked at Destiny 1 without knowing anything and just knowing the basic concept of Halo, then basically, like, your special snowflake superpower boy, you have these alien dudes who want to kill you, and then you have this ooga booga creepy, like, infected bullshit, and you immediately think, oh, superpower boy. I'm thinking that was Muffet's theme. What? Okay, I'm off my soapbox. I heard Muffet's theme. I'm calm again. Even though I hated Muffet in Undertale, I hated her fight so much, and I was so glad / annoyed whenever I learned I could skip it.
I'll be honest, I've never played Undertale.
It's fun.
I heard it's kind of like a spiritual successor to Earthbound.
If you like Earthbound, you'll like it. But I wouldn't call it a spiritual successor.
Well, it's made in the style of Earthbound, is what I mean.
It's partially because the guy who made it made an Earthbound. Yeah, inspired. There you go. The guy who made it is made a ROM hack of Earthbound that involved Halloween shit.
Oh.
And he also he was also a guy who made music for Andrew Hussey's webcomic Homestuck.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I'm gonna make a game. And so he made a game.
Sorry about that. because I can't save the mouse yet. Not gonna bother talking to him. Just keep on moving. Yeah, I left my Discord channel so we can talk about the game instead of everything else. That's what we're gonna do here. Now you guys can hear the storyline and all of that fun stuff.
May I help you, sir?
So I'm gonna stand here because this dude in the back will yell a bunch of rude stuff. So we're gonna listen for a little bit, just waste some time. There's a lot of time wasters and fun stuff going on in this game.
I don't like this at all.
You're kind of a larger man. I don't think you have many options, bud.
You expect me to wear this?
And my phone.
Why, these trousers don't even fit. This shirt's too tight in the shoulders. This isn't my style at all. Take these back. I don't like any of them.
Here, let me help you with that. Oh, that cloak fits you perfectly. It just looks wonderful on you. Let me tell you, it will certainly keep you toasty warm during the coming winter. Let me know if you wish to buy it.
And we're back. Okay, so to buy the cloak.
My golden needle. Wherever did you find it?
It was in a haystack by the country inn.
By the inn?
Needle in a haystack.
Oh yes, I remember visiting there not long ago. Oh, vulgar man, that innkeeper. He has no scruples at all.
Well, I'm glad to see you've got your golden needle back. I wonder, could you possibly see fit to give me that wonderful cloak in exchange for it?
The cloak? Well, why not? It's yours, for the price of a golden needle.
Thank you, kind sir. I'm sure it will help me on my travel.
I'm sure it will. Good luck. Au revoir.
So now that's all we can do in this little area. So we're gonna head out to the desert. Once again, avoiding the bakery. The desert's very dangerous territory to walk through. You can die from dehydration if you're out there for too long. If you wander into the wrong squares, you can run into a scorpion that will kill you. And I believe there might be snakes. Fortunately, I'm not gonna lie, with the help of Google, I'm going to navigate
Ooh, is that a new dance, Graham? The
flawlessly
Boogaloo!
for the most part. I'm gonna get to a point where I'm pretty much done with the desert.
Ooh, there's nothing but a hot, dry desert for the west.
Save it.
Most people avoid it because there are bandits out there. Ooh, if you insist on going, I'll wait for you here.
Okay, so first we gotta go to the west. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we go down 1. And there's an oasis. You gotta find the oases on your travels.
Ah, life-giving water, nectar of the gods. Graham can now feel strength and renewal flowing through him.
So anyways, I'm gonna save it here, just in case I screw up. The Oasis 1. Okay, so I believe now I just go 5 to the right. Or left, not right. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5.
The hot sun and choking sands are taking their toll on Graham. He must drink, and soon.
And now we go down, and we should. Yep. Boom.
Ah, life-giving water, nectar of the gods. Graham can now feel strength and renewal flowing through him.
Okay, so we need the skeleton, which is a couple squares to the... So we gotta go this way first. We're gonna go this way, then we'll come back, hit the oasis, and then we'll go to the bandit camp. Yeah, see, there's a skeleton right here. And
Uneasily, Graham reaches down and removes the old shoe from the desert sand.
okay.
The hot sun and choking sands are taking their toll on Graham. He must drink, and soon.
Now, somebody had to have done this.
Ah, life-giving water, nectar of the gods. Graham can now feel strength and renewal flowing through him.
Map they've got drawn out. So now we can go down, or no, we'll go over 1, and then straight down. This eliminates the chances of me going down too many times, because you can't go down too many times and then you'll get lost. I'm in the camp, I believe. Go in here.
Assorted odds and ends clutter the inn.
Okay, I know I gotta hurry.
An intruder!
Oh, shoot. Okay.
That wasn't a very smart move, Graham.
Whoops. Okay, so I didn't save at the second oasis because I'm dumb. Okay, but instead of doing things the way I did it, I can go down one, I can get the boot and get to the other oasis. All in one go.
Uneasily, Graham reaches down and removes the old shoe from the desert sand. The hot sun and choking
Okay, and we're gonna get a drink.
Ah, life-giving water, nectar of the gods. Graham can now feel strength and renewal flowing through him.
Okay, so save it as Oasis 2. Okay, and now let me double check here, see what I'm supposed to do. Okay, so I'm not going to do what this walkthrough says. This walkthrough is telling me to go down to the bandit camp now and then come back later. There's nothing at the bandit camp right now, clearly. So, from the oasis here, I can literally head straight up and arrive at the temple. That is what I'm gonna do. Okay, that's supposed to be the temple. It's to the left.
The hot
Oh, great. I'm gonna die because their map is wrong. Okay, I gotta stay right there.
From across the desert sands, Graham can hear the sound of approaching hoofbeats.
Now, if I were out in the open, these guys would kill me on sight.
Open sesame!
Okay, so I need to get that staff.
Ah, life-giving water, nectar of the gods. Graham can now feel strength and renewal flowing through him.
Okay, so we head over 2 squares and then down to the other oasis.
Ah, life-giving water, nectar of the gods.
Okay, I can skip all of that. I don't have to listen to him say nectar of the gods, life-giving water every time I take a drink. Now, eventually, also, I plan on playing King's Quest 6, which is probably my favorite one that I've played. Okay, so come get a drink here.
Ah, life-giving water. Taking care to be very quiet, Graham reaches out and takes the staff into his possession.
Who are you? A spy!
That wasn't a very smart move for Graham. Since Graham has just taken a drink.
Okay, so I don't remember if I saved that or not. I don't think I did, which is a problem. I need to get in the habit of saving more often. Like a lot more often. That was bad. That was so bad. So we get to watch me do all of that over again. I wish this played like Laura Bow, where I could up the speed to where he moves like freaking Speedy Gonzalez across every screen. Okay, I have enough time to grab some water really quick. And then get around. No, get behind the rock. There we go.
From across the desert sands, Graham can hear the sound of approaching hoofbeats.
Open sesame!
Okay. Wait. Before I do anything. I'm going to name this one Temple 2. No. Why did I save it as Temple 2? Whatever. It's because it's the second time I've been to the temple. Don't judge me. Okay, so now we're going to go down. We're going to hit this oasis. We're going to go to the camp. I'm going to save it and try not to screw up this time. I don't know what I did. I think you got to walk around very carefully. I'm not sure. So I don't think I have any items that would help me there. I really don't.
Ah, life-giving water, nectar of the gods. Graham can now...
So listening to the way he talks about water just makes me thirsty. I'm just like, I gotta have something to drink now. And I think... Yep, I've got something to drink. I Okay. Now, I'm going to save it before I do anything so I don't screw all this up over again and have to do it all over. Excuse me. That was rude of me. Okay. Now, what can I do differently here? Let's step in here. I don't have anything. Well,
Here it is much too warm to be.
walk carefully.
Taking care.
Yeah, that's all I had to do was walk very carefully.
Ah, life-giving water.
Another rude burp. So now, go over one, go up a couple, run into the oasis. Now, I'm kind of proud of myself right there. I did not refer to the walkthrough as to what to do on that point. I just kind of figured it out on my own. I knew I didn't have an item there that was going to help me. What was I going to do? Bash his face in with a boot?
Ah, life-giving water. Nectar of the gods. Graham can now feel strength and renewal flowing through him.
Okay, so we're just going to continue north again. Then we're going to go this way. And we're going to get a drink from the water. Because I do believe you can still get heat exhaustion and all that fun stuff and die out here.
Ah, life-giving water. Nectar of the gods. Graham can now feel strength and renewal flowing through him.
Okay. So now, we take the staff.
Open sesame! Oh no! The staff broke.
Okay, so.
Bending down, Graham hurriedly picks up the gold coin from the... Quickly, Graham grabs the old brass bottle.
You don't want to stay in
That was close.
because you'll get locked in. I wish I would have thought to save it before going in and doing all this, because then I could show you what happens when you don't, or when you rush through that. So anyways, now I do believe we can just make it.
Ah, life-giving water. Nectar of the gods. Graham can...
Yeah, I think we can just barely make it there. Maybe not. I'm gonna go to the oasis just in case. I'd rather be safe than sorry. It's 7 spaces over. And I'm not sure you can make that.
Ah.
So we're just gonna go back here and we're gonna continue this way. Get out of this boring desert and back into the pretty environments. There we go, and we should be at the anthill.
Well, there you are. I was just starting to get concerned.
Don't worry about me, Cedric. I'm used to this kind of thing.
Okay, so we're gonna go up. Wow, this gold coin. We can use this.
You may see Madame Mushka now.
Warning: this cartoon contains material that may be necessary for information or clues to complete this game. Please be sure to check your inventory if you decide to skip.
Okay, so we're gonna watch it. Because I don't remember this.
So, you are here to see Madame Mushka, no? Well, come closer. Sit down. I will tell you your fortune. Already I can tell that you are on a quest of great urgency. We will see what we can find out for you. Look, Ingram. Look into the crystal ball.
Look, Mananan, look what I have for you. Take a good look at what you did to my brother, Alexander. Because of you, he's doomed to spend the rest of his days as a cat, and there's nothing I can do about it. But you can do something about it. Since you're the one that did this to him, you're the only one who can turn him back again. Back to the wizard Mananan.
Alexander! I don't know how, Mordak. I'm not a wizard. I just happened to stumble across some magic spells and accidentally turned your brother into a cat. I didn't mean it. Please believe me, Mordak. I don't know how to turn him back into a wizard.
You're holding out on me, little man. You're taking advantage of my good nature, but not for long. If I don't get a change of tune from you soon, I'll feed your family to the cat, starting with your dear mother. Remember what I said. I'll only give you a little more time to decide before your family becomes cat food.
That is all. But I see that your mission is very dangerous indeed. I will give you something to help you. Here, wear this. It is a magic amulet. It will protect you against all but the most powerful magic. Good luck, King Ram. Be careful. That Mordek is a bad one.
Thank you, Madame Mushka.
Suddenly, frantic squeak.
Oh, thank you, good sir. You saved my life. My children and I will never forget your kindness. Maybe someday I'll be able to return the favor. Oh, I hear my children calling. Goodbye, until we meet again.
The magic amulet begins to glow softly as Graham slips it over his head. He then carefully tucks the amulet into the front of his tunic, hiding it from sight.
Ooh, is that a new dance, Graham? The Boogaloo? Let's move on, Graham.
Madam Mushka is tired. No more for...
Ooh, there's nothing but a hot, dry desert for the West. Most people avoid it because there are bandits out there. Ooh, if you insist on going, I'll wait for you here. Well, there...
Don't...
Ooh, no. Ooh, I'm not going in there. Can't you read the sign?
Come on, Sam.
Go. Thank goodness.
Do you really want to quit?